In the realm of internet stardom and lavish lifestyles, few names resonate as loudly as that of Dan Bilzerian. Bilzerian has caught the public's attention for years with his high-stakes poker games, elaborate parties, and jaw-dropping displays of riches. In this video, Cove Markets delve into Dan Bilzerian net worth and salary in 2023. What is Dan Bilzerian's net worth and salary 2023? Dan Bilzerian, who is also called the Instagram King, is thought to be worth about $200 million. This huge amount of money comes from his many great jobs, such as being a developer, investor, professional poker player, king of Instagram, and actress. Dan Bilzerian overview. Early life. Dan Bilzerian was born on December 7, 1980, in Tampa Bay, Florida. In the 1980s, Dan's father, Paul Bilzerian, was a well-known private equity corporate takeover specialist. Dan is descended from Armenians through his father. By 36, Paul Bilzerian had amassed a self-made wealth of $40 million. Unfortunately, Paul was charged with tax and security fraud in 1988. At the time, Dan was 8. In 2001, the older Bilzerian declared bankruptcy, citing only $15,000 in assets and more than $140 million in debt. Terry Stephan is Dan's mother's name. Dan has a brother called Adam, who also plays poker. The family had resided in Tampa's largest home, a 28,000-square-foot estate with 10 bedrooms. After Paul fled to the Caribbean to avoid imprisonment, this residence was foreclosed on in 2016. Before their father was arrested, he allegedly established trust funds for both Dan and Adam. It's unknown how much of these monies contributed to Dan's current lavish lifestyle or whether any of them were potentially obtained illegally through Paul's suspected tax and security crimes. Career. Dan Bilzerian is a well-known professional poker player, businessman, and social media figure. He has many sides to his personality. His rise to fame started with his amazing Playboy lifestyle, which he showed off on Instagram. He got more than 30 million followers on Instagram and became known as the King of Playboys. Bilzerian's academic background includes studying business and criminology at the University of Florida for 4 years before dropping out to pursue a professional poker career. He entered the world of high-stakes online gambling at the age of 21, thanks to a trust fund from his multi-millionaire father, a corporate raider on Wall Street. Bilzerian's poker career really took off in 2009, when he finished in 180th place at the World Series of Poker main event and won $36,626. This success got them a contract from the online poker room Victory Poker. In 2010, Bluff magazine named him one of Twitter's funniest poker players, further increasing his visibility in the poker community. Over the years, Bilzerian has competed in some of the biggest private games globally, claiming to have won more than $50 million lifetime, much of it against billionaire opponents. In addition to his poker career, Bilzerian has ventured into other business endeavors, including a CBD company. However, the source of his riches has been a topic of contention, with some thinking that it was received from his father, Paul Bilzerian, who was convicted of multiple securities law crimes in 1989. Even with these problems, Dan Bilzerian has kept making news with his lavish lifestyle and charitable work, like holding a poker tournament to raise money for brain research in 2015. Bilzerian has also been mentioned in pop culture. For example, in October 2016, American rapper T-Pain released a song called Dan Bilzerian. He also wrote a book called The Setup, which came out on June 30, 2021. Dan Bilzerian is still a well-known personality in poker, business, and social media, despite being chastised for acting during the Las Vegas tragedy in 2017 and getting into issues with the law following an altercation in a Miami nightclub in 2014. Personal life. In June 2015, Bilzerian launched his campaign for President of the United States. He ended up supporting Donald Trump in 2016, which was strange considering that Hillary Clinton had been utilizing Dan's own jet to fly throughout the country for much of the campaign. Dan traveled to Armenia in August of 2018 with his brother Adam and father Paul to take their vows of Armenian citizenship. He went to a shooting range and shot firearms while he was there. Azerbaijan's government protested to the United States Department of State. Bilzerian was arrested and placed on the worldwide wanted list by a Baku court. Why is Dan Bilzerian famous? Dan Bilzerian is well known because he is able to create an image of unmatched wealth and excess. Through his carefully managed social media presence, he gives a glimpse into a world that most people can only dream of. This makes millions of people interested and curious about him. Even though he has a lot of doubters because of how he lives and what he does, no one can deny that he is interesting and entertaining. FAQs about Dan Bilzerian. Did Dan Bilzerian get rich from his dad? Some believe Bilzerian's fortune was inherited from his father, corporate takeover specialist Paul Bilzerian. Paul was convicted of several securities law crimes in 1989 and was sentenced to refund the SEC more than $30 million of his allegedly unlawful gains in 1993. How much money did Dan Bilzerian win? Dan Bilzerian made $36,626 from poker, according to reports. This sum was won throughout the years in various tournaments and cash games. Bilzerian is well known for his daring attitude to gambling and has gone on to become one of the world's most successful professional players. Who has won the most money in poker? Justin is Justin Bonomo. According to tournament results, Justin Bonomo is the largest winner in playing poker. His resume includes a slew of WSOP bracelets, Triton championships, and EPT victories. Dan Bilzerian has worked hard to get to where he is now, and his impressive career path serves as an inspiration to many aspiring entrepreneurs. With his wide array of skills and ability to leverage them, Dan has proven that anything is possible with dedication and hard work. Finally, thank you for watching this video and don't forget to subscribe us to learn more interesting information about celebrities.